I'm Jaquise Kemp, number 0, and I'm from Lakeland, Florida. My mom and dad, and ever since then, I've just been running with it.
What is your favorite basketball team?
The Harlem Globetrotters.
Outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing?
Sleep, eating, watching movies, and playing a video game.
If you weren't playing basketball, what would you do?
Getting money.
What is your go-to pregame?
Spaghetti.
If there was one player, alive or past, that you'd love to get advice from, who would you want?
Kobe Bryant and Derrick Rose.
What is the quality of trait that fans can associate?
I get to the bag.
TJ King, guard, number 1 from Lakeland, Florida.
Who or what got you into sport basketball?
My parents,
Who's your favorite basketball?
the Milwaukee Bucks.
Outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Spending time with my family.
If you weren't playing basketball, what do you enjoy doing?
Spending time with my family or friends.
What is your go-to pregame?
Zaxby's,
If there was one player, alive or past, that you'd love to get advice from, who would you want?
Damian Lillard.
What is the quality or trait that fans can associate?
I'm a silent killer.
Hi, my name is Roland Williams. I'm number 2, and I'm from Tampa, Florida.
Who or what got you into sport basketball?
My dad inspired me to play basketball. He gave me the ball when I was probably like 5 years old. I've been playing ever since.
Who's your favorite basketball team?
The Los Angeles Lakers.
Outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Eating and spending time with my friends, having fun.
What is your go-to pregame?
Chicken Alfredo.
If there was one player, alive or past, that you'd love to get advice from, who would you want?
LeBron James, because that's my favorite player of all time. So,
What is the quality or trait that fans can associate?
that he gets buckets.
My name is Seth Grimshaw. I'm number 4. I'm a point guard, and I'm from Syracuse, New York.
Who or what got you into sport basketball?
My dad got me into the sport of basketball when I was in 4th grade.
What's your favorite basketball team?
The New York Knicks.
Outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Just hanging out, relaxing, and just chilling.
If you weren't playing basketball, what would you be doing?
Probably be hanging with my friends and my family.
What is your go-to pregame?
Anything with pasta in it.
If there was one player, alive or past, that you'd love to get advice from, who would you want?
Probably Kobe Bryant and Rajon Rondo.
What is the quality or trait that fans can associate?
I'm flashy with the ball.
Noah Rutherford, number 5, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Who or what got you into sport basketball?
Probably my dad.
Who's your favorite basketball team?
Charlotte Hornets, sadly.
Outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Watching movies, going to school. A spoonful of peanut butter. Kemba Walker, he's just my favorite player. My mustache.
My name is Nairobi Peeler, number 10. I'm from Largo, Florida. My mom, she signed me up for the YMCA when I was 5.
Who's your favorite basketball?
Los Angeles Lakers.
Outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Lifting weights, hanging out with my friends.
What is your go-to pregame?
Chicken and rice.
If there was one player, alive or past, that you'd love to get advice from, who would you want?
Kobe Bryant, because he's a killer.
What is the quality or trait that fans can associate?
I get buckets.
Marcellus Thomas, number 12, Lakeland, Florida.
Who or what got you into sport basketball?
My dad got me into it.
Who's your favorite basketball?
Oklahoma City Thunder.
Outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Being in the garage, working on cars.
If you weren't playing basketball, what would you be doing?
Working on cars.
What is your go-to pregame?
Skittles.
If there was one player, alive or past, that you'd love to get advice from, who would be involved?
Dennis Rodman.
What is the quality or trait that fans can associate?
Swag.
My name is Amarion Brown, playing point guard and shooting guard. Number 14, I'm from Orlando, Florida.
Who or what got you into sport?
My dad, he got me into the sport of basketball at about the age of 6.
Who's your favorite basketball?
Memphis Grizzlies.
Outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Playing games and just relaxing.
If you weren't playing basketball, what would you be doing?
I'll probably be with my friends or just playing video games.
What is your go-to pregame?
Rice and chicken.
If there was one player, alive or past, that you'd love to get advice from, who would it be?
Probably Michael Jordan,
What is the quality or trait that fans can associate?
that I'm a hard worker.
My name is Delius Reeves. I'm from Gainesville, Florida, and I'm number 24.
Who or what got you into sport basketball?
My dad.
Who's your favorite basketball?
Miami Heat.
Outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
I would go with studying and working out.
If you weren't playing basketball, what would you do?
Probably playing 2K.
What is your go-to free
A bowl of cereal, Lucky Charms.
If there was one player alive or past who you love to from, who would it be and why?
It'll be not a player, but Martin Luther King.
What is the quality of trade that fans
A hot flyer.
Rico Thompson, number 30, and I'm from Tallahassee, Florida.
Who or what got you into the sport of basketball?
My dad wanted to be better than him.
Who's your favorite basketball?
The Lakers.
Outside of basketball, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
Boxing.
If you weren't playing basketball, what would you be doing?
Boxing.
What is your go-to pregame meal?
Noodles.
If there was one player alive or past that you would love to get advice from,
Kyrie Irving.
what is the quality of trade that fans consider?
Playing hard.
My name is Caden Tuttle. I'm from Melbourne Beach, Florida, and I'm number 42. My older two brothers and my older sister. Pasco-Hernando Bobcats. Working out and hanging out with my friends and teammates. Probably working on school or hanging out with my friends. I'd say Uncrustables and Rice Krispies. Probably Kobe, just because of his mentality. I do that dirty work.
Here throughout the part of this season.
Yeah, Dylan, great to be alongside of you again. And just looking at the rosters, I think it's an evenly matched up roster to roster kind of game we got going on tonight. In other words, PHSC really missing the big 7-footer, maybe center.
Yep.
But Trinity, same way. I mean, more built around speed and quickness. They obviously like to score a lot of points, as well as Pasco-Hernando. So both teams very good from the offensive side, and they have to be because they let up a lot of points defensively.
Yeah, and you mentioned too, it was speed and quickness, and offensively, the Bobcats are one of the best teams offensively here in this season. They are one of the top 10 teams in terms of three-point shooting, and that's really been their bread and butter all season. We saw that in that game a couple, months ago here early on in the season in the month of November. Bobcats are shooting lights out in that game, and it's kind of been the season for the Bobcats. Is that three-point shooting? How do they rely on that here tonight?
Yeah, top 10 in the country in terms of scoring, and I think what were they, number 4 in three-point
number
goals
4
made.
in three-point percentage.
So, you definitely want to get your guys in a groove, and I think we've seen multiple players on the Bobcats hit those hot streaks. So I think it's a matter of who's got the hot hand, go to them. If they don't have the hot hand, find the guy that does, because that's what their offense relies on.
Yeah, and Trinity, same thing as well. They average about 80 points a game. Actually, 86.1 points per game is what they average currently. And they do allow 81.1 points per game on defense. So this is, again, a very similar team in the way that they're shaped up. But this is a good opportunity for the Bobcats, a much smaller team for the Trinity College Tigers. Is this a good game for the Bobcats here defensively to kind of get going a little bit, to kind of get that defensive game that really they could really use here at this point in the season, especially with coming up with conference play for this squad?
Yeah, they came off of a pretty lopsided loss against Palm Beach, so you definitely want to have a get-right game, and hopefully they can match up well against Trinity and bounce back, because they got more conference games coming up next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night here from Newport Richey, Florida, as the Trinity College Tigers come into town. A short trip for the College Tigers here tonight. They only come in about a couple miles away here from this campus. They're actually now in Trinity, and it looks like we're going to have the national anthem here momentarily. So stay tuned, folks. We'll be right around the clock here for Trinity College and Pasco-Hernando State College here from Newport Richey, Florida. terminology, we usually say play ball once the national anthem concludes. Well, we're going to say tip-off here.
Let's tip it off.
Yeah, tip-off here for basketball night in Newport Richey, Florida. Again, so happy to have everybody along with us here for tonight's game. I want to bring up the referees here tonight. We got Marty Dempsey, Marquise Ford, and Chip Clark as your 3 referees here tonight for this ball game between the College Tigers, Trinity College Tigers at that, and your PHSC Bobcats. Here's your starting lineup for the PHSC Bobcats. Starting is number 10, Nairobi Peeler, number 0, Jaquez Kemp, number 24, I believe, nope, 30, excuse me, Rico Thompson, that is. Seth Grimshaw will also be starting for your Bobcats, and number 12, that is Marcellus Thomas, who will be on the starting 5 for your Bobcats here this evening. We'll get you the starting 5 for Trinity College here in just a minute, who are rocking the black uniforms with the yellow trim. Jordan branded as well at that. So here we go, opening tip goes to the Bobcats. Marcellus Thomas dishes out to Jaquez Kemp. Thomas trying to drive into the lane. They're going to be called a foul on Trinity College. First foul of the night for the Tigers. It's going to be on number 23 there, his first of the evening. Dishes it in, Nairobi Peeler to Seth Grimshaw. Grimshaw trying to look for an open man, gives it to Keith Kemp. Keith Kemp not able to do anything with it. It goes to Trinity College. College is going the other way now. Jason McCoy dishes it out here. Only about 30 seconds in here to this ball game. Still yet no score. TJ Nunnery here currently trying to direct some traffic here, trying to find an open player to pass it to here. Shot is off. That is off the rim, no good. Heading back the other way now is going to be the Bobcats. Bobcats with the ball here, looking for the first points of the evening between both squads. A little bit of a trippage there, if you will, for Nunnery. Nunnery able to get the points in just like that, from coast to coast, able to get the first points of the night for the Tigers. The Tigers take an early 2-0 lead here in 1 minute through here in this ball game. Nairobi Peeler, mid-range jumper off the rim. Rebounded by Trinity College. Another coast-to-coast play. Nice job there. Good passing by the Trinity College Tigers. Jalen Bain on the shot. It's now 4-0. Still no points for the Bobcats. Rico Thompson trying to find some open room here to pass it. He is able to. Thompson with the ball again. Pushes himself in. That's going to be good. Finds it a little bit of an opening there to make that shot. And just like that, it's now 2-4. Bobcats are on the board for the first time today.
Both teams still in getting some shots underneath the basket. We thought we'd see some more outside shooting, but early on, a lot of passing and guys up under the basket.
Yeah, you can tell both teams really trying to kind of figure themselves out here early in this game, as you usually see here, obviously early in games. So you'll see kind of teams kind of figure out each other, and that's going to be another shot in here for the College Tigers.
Tigers doing a good job with the offensive rebounds.
It's off the rim, no good. Trinity takes it back. They'll be heading the other way.
Nice steal.
Nairobi Peeler dishes it out. Nice shot to Marcellus Thomas, who goes in there for a dunk there. A little bit of a, wasn't the cleanest dunk, but still a dunk nonetheless. And just like that, Bobcats are within 2 once more.
Saying that was a dirty dunk, not a clean one?
Really, both teams still trying to get each other figured out, really. Pacing has definitely been there, but there really hasn't been no kind of momentum established between either squad. That's going to be off the backboard. Oh, great block by Rico Thompson, able to get that back over near the free throw line. And rebounded once more, still rebounded. A battle for the basketball under the rim. Bobcats finally able to get possession of it. Thompson, mid-range jumper from around the free throw line, and that's going to be no good. Bobcats will lose possession once more. Neither team really, Bob, has really established himself here offensively. It's actually kind of been a good defensive game up to this point.
Yeah, you said it, Dylan. I think turnover there, that'll go to the Bobcats. You said it. I think both teams feeling each other out, seeing what will work down inside before they start to take some aim at some three-pointers here.
Yep. And you know the Bobcats, especially in the second half of their game a few months ago, I believe that was against Florida College JV. Actually, it was against Johnson University that was. They were shooting three-pointers just like that. That would be Peeler with the 3-ball, and just like that, the Bobcats take their first lead of the evening. So
let's see if they'll go back to Peeler now for some of those outside shots, Dylan.
That's been one of the good things, Bob, to see with this Bobcats team is really they've given the ball out and handed the ball out for those three-point opportunities a lot of different players getting three-point shots opportunities. That's going to be a foul here on the Bobcats. That's going to be on 30. Rico Thompson there, his first of the evening. And that'll bring number 2, DJ Nunnery, to the line here to shoot for 2. So 2 attempts here for Nunnery. He gets an opportunity to try and hopefully tie this up at least. First shot's good, and it will tie it up, so it's now 7-7.
Got a good crowd still filing in here, Dylan.
Yep. Second shot up, and that is good. So the Tigers lose the lead early and a little quickly there, but they regain it quickly as well. Shot up by Peeler. Peeler once more, and just like that, there is a hot hand right now. Nairobi Peeler with back-to-back three-pointers, and you did, Bob. And again, we saw that again not too long ago. I believe it was Marcellus Thomas who was really shooting the ball well against Johnson University. It might have been actually Roland Williams who was shooting the ball very well from three-point range against Johnson that one night. Jaquise Kemp gets in. Nice pass from coast to coast. And timeout there. That's going to be on with Trinity College. They're going to take a 30-second timeout, excuse me. 30 minutes. That'll be a long timeout there, but 30-second timeout for Trinity College, their first of the evening.
Story so far, Dylan Peeler with those 2 big three-pointers, and that's the difference in the game. See if they keep going back to Nairobi Peeler until they start playing him a little bit tighter.
Well, the good thing is, Bob, is that, again, as I mentioned, the Bobcats have been very, good at dishing the ball out and really having different players kind of getting on that three-point hot streak, if you will. That's been kind of one of the interesting things and kind of the good things that we've seen from this Bobcats team is kind of the, movement of the basketball and really not being greedy with it, if you will, for this team. And that's really a good thing. And it shows the chemistry as well.
Yeah, there's a different player that'll step up even within the game. So if somebody gets hot, keep feeding it to them. They get cold, go to your next guy. But Peeler's the guy right now.
Relatively the same group here for the Bobcats. It looks like no changes were made at all during that timeout, so everything will stay the same for Bem's Bobcats.
Going to do a little bit of a half-court press here with Grimshaw on the ball handler for Trinity.
Grimshaw, one of the veterans, if you will. Actually, I believe the team captain he's listed. So Thomas in the way. Rico Thompson, another good opportunity, kind of using his body there to make that block. That's going to go in, though, for the Tigers. So back to a one-possession lead here for the Bobcats. Shot is off, and Marcellus Thomas from 3. And just like that, Bob, the hot hand getting moved around a little bit here early. Nairobi Peeler avoiding maybe possibly a foul there at half court. You don't want that to happen. Also could have been in trouble there for number 4, Jalen Bain at the half court line. That's going to be in, and that is good.
Boy, Trinity's still getting some nice baskets underneath, in close in the paint there.
And that was one thing that Bobby Bowman had said when we were talking to him pregame is this team is competitive. This is a competitive bunch. It may not blow the lights out of the door, if you will, but they're a competitive group, and a great shot there by Nairobi Peeler.
That's 3 in a row for Nairobi.
Yeah, Nairobi's had a really good day, or a really good night early on here in this game, and again, as I was mentioning, this is a team that's going to stay competitive. They're going to fight their way throughout each and every game, and we're seeing that right now here against the Bobcats.
Yeah, I expect this to be a close game going into the second half.
For sure. Passes it out to Kareem Lamar. Lamar takes a jumper. Had a hand in his face with Jaquise Kemp, but able to still get that one in. And so far, the size advantage that the Bobcats have had really haven't came into effect yet. Jaquise Kemp, though, from 3, and already 3 players with 3 points, or 3-pointers, if you will.
It's that corner down there, Dylan. They've made 4 of the 3-pointers have been in that same spot.
It's that hot hand. Jalen Bain kind of slowing down the pace a little bit, trying to get the Tigers into a little bit of a rhythm here. They've stayed consistent. They've been competitive here. 3-ball. DJ Nunnery from 3. Nice shot, and the 3-pointers now rubbing a little bit off to the Tigers, if you will.
Both teams feeling it. Grimshaw in and out.
Yeah, it looked good, but not able to get that one in. Nairobi Peeler in three-point land. Got to watch out for him. He's had a good night so far from beyond the arc. And that's going to be a foul. It's going to be on number 21, Austin Reese there on the foul. His first of the evening, the second for the team.
This is an exciting game, guys, so far.
Yeah.
Lots of action here, lots of three-pointers, some good play underneath.
That will be a media timeout there.
Well, that's us.
Yeah, so media timeout for us.
We're the media.
We are the media.
Hey, exciting game so far, guys.
Yeah, it's been a competitive game, and again, got to give credit to Trinity. They've really, kept themselves in here, and, they started out with the lead early. It looked like the Bobcats were still trying to get themselves a rhythm, and now it feels like, the Bobcats have found their way, but got to give credit here to Trinity, and so far their competitiveness up here through these first couple of minutes here in this game.
Yeah, we got Dr. Beard, our president. I'm hoping he can come over and join us in the booth. I just saw him come in. Yeah, it's been a great opening to this game, and Trinity's hit a couple of, I think, Pasco-Hernando. The Bobcats have had more of the open three-pointers. Yep. Trinity has made some incredible three-pointers and outside shots with hands in their faces.
And they've made some stingman shots too, Bob. They've made some shots that they've really, kind of needed to not allow this score to kind of get out of hand early. And you really don't want to do that, especially when you have two offensive kind of firepower teams, if you will. Those are kind of their bread and butter is the offense. So you really don't want to get this thing out of hand where even though the offense may still be very good on on the numbers and such, you really don't want to allow it to get out of hand because it might be kind of tough task, if you will, later in this game.
Yeah, we'll see how they come out here after the break.
Yeah, Rico Thompson.
Rico going to shoot two, right?
Yep.
Got hacked on the shot.
Yeah, it was fouled on, I believe it was on number 2 they had called there, actually. It was DJ Nunnery who got called for the foul there. That's going to be first shot in, or off the rim, excuse me.
Both teams shooting good from the line, too, so far.
Thompson going for his second attempt here. That's good. So Rico Thompson 1 for 2 here from the line in those free throw attempts. 23-17, actually. He made both attempts, that's what I thought.
2 for 2. Grimshaw, a little bit of pressure still.
Bobcats here up by 6 at the moment here through about 7 minutes into this game. It's been very competitive here between both squads. The Tigers and the Cats, the battle in Newport Richey, if you will, here tonight. There'll be Peeler here. Fast break opportunity. Peeler going coast to coast, not able to get to the rim, but was a foul. So Nairobi Peeler will throw an inbound pass here and an opportunity for the Bobcats to regroup.
Good job by Trinity there, sticking with Nairobi, not allowing the easy bucket.
Yeah, give credit there to Trinity for sure. Great shot by Seth Grimshaw. That's going to be on Grimshaw. A charging foul on Grimshaw. Jason Brown will be the one who was the unfortunate man there in the paint, and got a good look. Seth
helped him get up. Nice sportsmanship there.
Yep.
He was set up underneath the basket, and Seth just drove right into him.
Yeah.
How about put Dr. Beard on the air?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Here, Dr. Beard.
That's a nice block by the Bobcats there. That's quick and it's out of bounds. Trinity ball? Yeah, Trinity ball.
So we are joined now here in the broadcast booth with a very special guest. We are joined with the president of Pasco-Hernando State College, Dr. Beard. Dr. Beard, welcome to the broadcast table, if you will, and happy to have you.
Thank you, Dylan. It's my pleasure. I've been trying to get out of here for the longest. I've been in Tallahassee trying to get some money for this institution. But great, decent crowd tonight.
Yeah, Trinity College and PHSC going at it here tonight, and this was a game last year, Dr. Beard, Dr. Beard, excuse me, that we opened up the new fitness centers and the cardio center last year, and what a special night that was. The fitness center and the cardio center opening, that was such an awesome moment in a halftime presentation that we had last year.
Yes, sir. I tell you what, it's just a joy to be able to come and take part in such a grand occasion. This is just a nice facility.
Oh, man.
Whether my name is on the building or not, that doesn't matter. It's just having a place for these great students, athletes to play.
Yeah, for sure. And nice shot there. That's going to be good by Jalen Baines. With only 3:21, Trinity inching closer here. Dr. Beard, basketball team looking pretty exciting here. They got some offensive scores here. This is a fun-looking group here we got this season.
Well, they're exciting, and I just love to see our student athletes compete.
That's a foul on the Bobcats.
Yep. Life is about competition, and having an opportunity to compete means a lot to these students.
Oh, for sure, definitely. And Larry Benn back at the helm. I mean, I know he's definitely excited to be back coaching again and in the driver's seat here of this team. How important has Larry been to this program, and especially to the basketball program as well? He's definitely a guy who comes with a lot of, experiences and his part, just, growing up around the game of basketball. How important has he been to this program and its success?
Coach Bim has been a stapler. He's been a constant for this institution for 10 or more years, working with Coach Jones, and I'm just grateful he's where he is. Yeah, I think he has a lot of respect for our student athletes, and a man of great wisdom, great knowledge.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Every time I feel like I talk to Larry Benn, it's always a fountain of information I get from him. Larry is an incredible coach, and always great to get to talk to him and pick his brain about the game of basketball. Just such an informational-driven person. Just really always great to talk to about his stories and his experiences in the game of basketball.
Well, you can sense his passion.
Yeah.
His love for this game is obvious, and I think it carries over to his athletes.
For sure.
It's not always about talent, but sometimes you got to have that passion.
Yeah, definitely.
Make the difference.
Definitely. He's Kemp with another free throw opportunity. That's going to be good. So 27-21 here from Pasco-Hernando State College. Yeah, a lot of exciting stuff happening with the programs here at PHSC. Obviously, got baseball season coming up. We got softball season coming up. A lot of exciting opportunities here for our student athletes here at PHSC coming up. A lot of events and such, so it's going to be an exciting next couple of months here as we finish out the spring semester.
Yes, sir, Dylan. As you know, the last 3 years have been quite challenging.
Yeah.
To have our community back with us on campus, it means so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great to see people here, even in the crowd tonight. We got here so many great people who helped this thing. I always say, on our broadcast that without the fans and without the people who support Pasco-Hernando State College, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And that's the same for these programs as well. They wouldn't be able to get to where they are without the great, promotion and the great opportunity to, get to cheer on these athletes.
I don't know if normacy ought to be a word that we ought to use, but to try to get back to some degree of normacy.
For sure.
Means so much. This is so refreshing.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to come out. As you know, our students fare very well more so in person than online education. To be here in this type of atmosphere means so much to me in our institution.
Now, Robert Peeler able to steal that one as the Bobcats hold a 9-point lead here through a little over halfway here in the first. Media timeout here for both squads, so a little break here in the action. But Dr. Beard, we appreciate you so much jumping in here with the broadcast. We appreciate it. Obviously, we got a lot of exciting stuff happening here for broadcasting coming up. We got some baseball games coming up, and I'm excited for what's to come here with some of our sporting events here coming up. It should be a fun spring season.
Yes, Dylan. What I like about our institution, as Dr. Bate know, about 13 years ago, we went to D2, put more emphasis on recruiting local student athletes.
Yeah.
I think we've done that. And I was at the Council of Presidents meeting last week, and I would say at least 6 or 7, if not more, of our Florida colleges are going D2 in something.
For sure.
And I told them that we started this back in 2010.
Yeah.
Won a volleyball national championship, and ever since that period of time, every year, our Florida college has been coming to D2. We're not ashamed to be in D2.
Yeah.
We have a good product here.
Yeah, and it really shows. And it really shows too. And whenever when you got your local college and you get to attend it, and obviously when you have these athletes, you get to put on those colors. It just brings the best out of them, I feel like, which is always good to see. And that even goes into the classroom as well. You see the best out of the students as well, especially when you get to go to your local college and get to be a part of something, even though it's a small local college, it feels so much bigger.
Right. We said that we are college for our community.
Yeah.
Even though we have that state college part of our name, we still primarily serve our community.
Yeah.
This is why D2 and having these local athletes is so important.
For sure. We got 30-23 here. Marcellus Thomas will have the ball here as we get into some game action here. 7-point lead for your Bobcats. Kind of get everybody back into the groove. That ball is going to be shot there by Adelius Reeves there on the shot. It's a 9-point Bobcats lead here. We're a little over halfway into this game. Been competitive here so far, Dr. Beard. It's Trinity College. And
travel.
Oh boy. That shot's from 3-point range off the backboard, no good. That's going to be off the rim there, rebounded by Trinity College. DJ Nunnery will have it here. Dr. Beard, Trinity College from Newport Richey. This is a good little Newport Richey, a little, kind of city rivalry, if you will, between these two schools.
Yes, it is, and the president there is a great friend of mine, Dr. O'Farrell.
Yep, Dr. O'Farrell.
And his son was our provost.
Yeah.
For a number of years here. Now chancellor for the Florida College System.
Yep.
Dr. Kevin O'Farrell. So this is like family playing family.
Yeah. Yeah, we were mentioning that the assistant coach, Bobby Bowman, we had a Bobby Bowman here at the camp, or here with the basketball program, who was the coach for a while here with PHSC. So we got Bobby Bowman, if you will, returning to PHSC, and he was actually just saying that he was here at PHSC for a bit. So kind of a return for him here with the program. He said this is always a special place to come in here and then be able to return. And I feel like that's for a lot of the alumni. Whenever they get to return here, there's a special feeling when you walk back in and see all the progress that's been made with so many of these facilities, whether it be the athletic facilities or even all the facilities in terms of the classrooms and such. It really is incredible to see the progress that has been done, especially even the last couple of years as well with COVID.
Yep, we have a lot going on. We have a nice building hopefully the design will be completed shortly. Our East Campus, 2 buildings.
Yeah.
Fire Academy as well as the STEM Student Success Community Engagement Center. We have some A through E renovation going on. Corporate college, hopefully we'll get financing for that this year. So a lot going on.
35-26 is where your score's at here for your Bobcats. Checked into the game here was number 14 for the Bobcats. That was O'Marion Brown who checked in. Brown dishes it out to Reeves. And that shot's good. So just like that, it's now a double-digit lead here for
good team ball.
The Bobcats. Yeah, good team ball for sure. Oh boy, wide open shot there. It's going to be out of bounds. I believe it hit off the top of the shot clock there.
You think they'll let me in the game?
Well, we got Ben down here. You just got to go ask him. He might let
coach.
Oh,
40 years ago, baby. I want to thank you for your time, the effort you put in, Dylan. It means a lot to our institution.
I appreciate it.
Those who are online, you're just a natural.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I've gained so much from doing this, and it's been an incredible opportunity to be able to broadcast these games and meet so many great people. And that's what's been the great thing, is to meet so many people that, I'll take those friendships for life. Broadcasting is only a small period in my lifetime, but those friendships last a lifetime. So
Seems like I saw you on TV a while back. You at USF or the Rays or what?
I might have been. I don't know. I'm everywhere, I feel like. Brown just drives in there, not able to get that one in, but Reeves able to get the rebound and just
pretty strong.
Yeah, nice shot there by Reeves. Tigers trying to rebound here, if you will, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jaquise Kemp. Oh, off the rim there. I think one thing that, I can kind of relate the basketball team, if you will, just to the college in general, is, playing as a team. And I think that's really one of the great things about, again, PHSC. And I know we've discussed a little bit about it here so far with you being here. But, again, just the way PHSC is, everybody plays as a team. It's one big family.
Well, it's very difficult to get things done by yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
The sign of a great leader is the recognition you can't do this alone.
Yeah.
Or you die trying.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And you don't need all the credit.
Yep.
No. Yep. Offensive. Ooh, come on, Ralph. I believe that no leader should get all the credit and should not get all the blame, but usually they do.
That's a good way to
come
put
with
it.
the territory.
Yes, sir. Checking into the game's going to be number 23, Kareem Lamar here for Trinity College. Got a 3-point lead here. Shot is off by Lamar after coming into the game. Bobcats trying to get the ball back, and they do. Keys Kemp able to get the rebound there off the missed shot. Fast-paced, high energy so far, Dr. Beard.
Yes, sir. Look at that.
What a shot. Pass in.
Team ball.
Dalius Reeves there, and just like that, 41-26. Bobcats driving up the score here a little bit.
How many home games they have left?
How many
home games they have left?
I believe they only have 4 home games left, so not many games left. So for fans who are listening to our broadcast and want to come out to support the Bobcats here as we get into playoff time, this is the time to come, Dr. Beard. I mean, you got college basketball is hot right now. We got the March Madness and the NCAA coming up, and you got their playoffs coming up here soon. So there's a lot of exciting college basketball action here coming up.
And I want to say to our online audience, we're looking to see you here.
Yeah.
At Bobcat Coliseum.
Yes.
One-on-one.
Up over the rim there, no good. Bobcats regain possession, but loses it there was Brown. And that's going to be in. That will be good by number 10, Xavier Fleming. That will be a foul, though.
Well, Dylan, it's been a pleasure.
Dr. Beard,
I'm going to go over here and walk the stands a little bit and say hello to some people. Thanks for having me on, and keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
You and your team, Dr. Babe, you all do a great job.
I appreciate it, Dr. Beard. And Dr. Beard, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to get to talk with you and having you in the booth, and you're always welcome here anytime.
Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Babe, thank you, sir. All right.
You can leave that, Dr. Beard.
So Dr. Beard joining us here from the booth. I was trying to keep in touch with the game, Bob, but Dr. Beard, I always love talking to Dr. Beard. He's such a great man to talk to, and always enjoyed talking to him, so happy to have him here in the booth. But Bob, it's been an exciting game here, 41-26. The Bobcats are racking up the score here a little bit, rising the lead here. So it's been a pretty competitive game. The Bobcats have really kind of so far controlled the pacing here up to this point here in this game.
You could tell the last 5 minutes they definitely picked up the pace with a lot of ball movement going inside game working good for the Bobcats. So early on hitting the 3-pointers and then finding some seams there and getting some good ball movement, getting some easy baskets.
5 fouls up to this point here for the Tigers, 4 for the Bobcats. Keys Kemp will be the one to inbound pass it here. Again, 41-26 is your current score here. Amarian Brown, Keys Kemp, Adalius Reeves, Nairobi Peeler, and Caden Tuttle, the big man under center.
There you go.
Nice shot there by Tuttle, speaking of him, and he gets in for a shot, 43-26. It's now a 17-point game.
Tuttle comes in and right away scores a basket.
Yeah, Jason Brown, who is walked up to the scorer's table. He might be checking in here soon. He's right in front of us. Marion Brown trying to find some running room, if you will. Great shot by Adalius Reeves. A little off balance there, but able to make the shot.
Good
45-26, timeout here for the Tigers. 30-second timeout, and just like that, 2 timeouts remain for the Tigers here in the ball game, and the Bobcats have just controlled this game here up to this point.
That was a great job by Amarian Brown there right before the timeout, just keeping that ball alive. He knew he had the open guy underneath the basket, and just good hustle on his part to get that ball out to him.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the rest of this is their last 30-second timeout, so this will be their last opportunity to do 30 seconds. Then they would have to resort to the 1-minute timeout, so they'd have a little bit of a longer timeout period.
Yeah, 4:18 left in the half, so if you're the Trinity Tigers, you know, you'd like to maybe cut this lead in half. It's a 19-point lead for the Bobcats. So see if they can cut the gap here and then go into the locker room, regroup, and come out in the second half.
Why are we talking about cutting the lead in half when we should be running up the score? It's what the home team away.
Well, if you're the Bobcats, yeah, you definitely want to keep scoring and put the pressure on them. You're right.
Jason Brown checked into the game here for the Tigers. Jason Brown, off the rim. Again, not really a clean look there for that shot, but went up for it regardless. Now Peeler, mid-range jumper. Wouldn't have been a 3-ball, would have been counted as 2, but nonetheless, no good. 45-26, 19-point lead for the Bobcats. Two timeouts remain, as we mentioned here, for the Tigers the remainder of the way. 5 fouls here already for the Tigers. One more and they get into the bonus for the Bobcats. Dishes it out to Peeler. Peeler over in 3-point territory. Caden Tuttle able to get it in just like that. We are over 20 points here. 21-point lead here for the Bobcats.
Tuttle really getting open down there in the paint. He's only been in and for a few minutes, got 4 points already.
Couple Trinity College Tiger players in front of us here. We were going to see a couple changes. Looks like Rico Thompson down towards the end of us here. Looks like he'll be checking in here soon, possibly. That ball is going to go out of bounds.
That's been the hot spot for the Bobcats, that back corner there.
Fernando Ortiz will check in. Number 14, Josh Barrios will also check in, and Rico Thompson would check in as well, but it looks like there is going to be a timeout called here. And this could be a 30-second timeout for the Bobcats. So first timeout for Larry Bem's squad here in this game, and kind of an interesting timeout here, but, you know, a timeout that, you know, maybe Larry wanted to kind of get everybody regrouped, if you will, give them a much-needed break, and, you know, kind of get everybody on the same page, if you will.
Coach Bem's always coaching, too, though, so no matter how good it's going, I'm sure he's pointing out a few things that he's seeing and wants them to respond.
Well, the great thing with Coach Bem is, Bob, and we mentioned with Dr. Beard, too, and Coach Bem is such an important part to this program in the last 10 years and how long he's been coaching for. He's such a fountain of information, always brings good information to the players, a guy who really, you know, you love to have that experience with you when you go into any coaching opportunity. So it's always good to see that with Larry Bem. Nobody better than that.
Hall of Famer Larry Bem.
Yeah, Hall of Famer Larry Bem at that.
He's in the Hall of Fame up in the upper state New York area.
Yeah. Marion Brown, shot is good. 3-point shot there by Brown, and it's 50-28.
Nice soft shot there by O'Marion Brown at the top of the key.
Bobcats halfway to 100 here already in this first half.
If you like offense, this has been an awesome game, huh?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Great game for the Bobcats, especially. Tigers trying to find an open man. He does. That's going to be DJ Nunnery, who was able to make the shot just like that. It's 50-30. So all even numbers here for both squads with 50 and 30 on the board. Rico Thompson, who checked into the game and was coming in for the Bobcats. That goes out of bounds, and that's going to be on the Bobcats. So it's going to be Trinity ball, and Trinity trying to find some life here, if you will, offensively. They've actually played a pretty good offensive game, Bob. It's just, you know, the Bobcats offensively have kind of been overpowering a little bit here so far in this game, and their defense has kind of been able to, you know, just have a little bit of a better game, if you will. So,
yeah, Bobcats had a good run there where they were getting easy looks at the basket from close by,
and they were getting some lucky opportunities as well, some lucky breaks as well, and good rebounding as well by the Bobcats defensively. Trinity trying to regroup here after losing the ball. They're running out of time here. They're going to have to get that ball off. They do. That was almost a desperation shot there for Trinity. Marion Brown goes up, but no good. Trinity rebounds in, gains possession. Minute 30 about here. Minute 35 is currently where we sit on the clock here as we continue and wrap up here the first half. That's in and out. Caden Tuttle able to get it back, and the Bobcats regain. Kind of a stalemate, if you will, here, Bob, in terms of scoring. It's been somewhat quiet here the last couple of seconds.
Yeah, it cooled down a little bit.
Yeah. Rico Thompson. Good ball movement by the Bobcats. Again, really what we've talked about all season long for this team is the passing and really the you know, unselfishness, if you will, for this team.
Easy one there.
And oh, what a block by Jaquez Kemp. Jaquez Kemp goes airborne in the air. Great job by Kemp there on the block. Able to stop that from going in. It does draw the foul there, I believe.
No, they just called it out of bounds.
They just called it out of bounds, okay. Thought maybe it was going to draw a foul. There was a pretty aggressive block there, but nonetheless, great job by Jaquez Kemp.
40 seconds left.
Jaquez is interesting, Bob, because you look at Jaquez and, you know, he's not a small guy, and by no means for, you know, his position. He's a much taller player, so he kind of has that size advantage to him, especially for his position.
Yeah, Bobcats, I think, going to play this for the last shot for the half.
Yeah.
They got 18 right now. They'll run it down to about under 10 and then make a move.
Trinity might have time to get one shot off, but it's going to be close. They will make a move, but yeah, Trinity will get one more opportunity. And wide open, too. DJ Nunnery able to get it in. So the Tigers, with barely little time on the clock, able to get one last shot in. And just like that, the Bobcats finish with an 18-point lead. It's still a pretty hefty Bobcats lead here going into the second half, but nonetheless, the Bobcats able to score 50 and really kind of control and cruise, if you will, here in the first half. And, you know, it was a little bit of a back and forth game, if you will, here for both of these teams. You know, we saw some good offense, we saw some good defense. There was some rocky offense, there was some rocky defense for both teams. What's your kind of overall, I would say, game plan, or kind of what's your take here heading into the second half?
Well, Bobcats true to form, right? In the top 10 in the country in scoring, and they put up 50, so they're above average at about 100. But I thought early in the game, the Trinity Tigers were doing a good job on the offensive rebounds. They were getting 2 or 3 sometimes shots at the basket. And then that ended. So that put a lot of pressure on them to hit their shots. And I think for the Bobcats, they had a run there. They did hit some three-pointers. That got them the initial lead. But what really separated the two teams was when the Bobcats started going inside. I think they were spreading the floor. They were getting some really good looks down low in the paint, getting some really easy buckets. And that's how they jumped out to the big lead. Trinity did respond at the end of the half. They tightened up a little bit.
They did, yeah.
And then, of course, that backfired on the Bobcats. I think they were playing for the last shot, but wound up where Trinity got the last shot, got the 2 points.
Yeah, they ended up missing that last shot there, and then Trinity had a wide open look right down to the other side of the court. So it was definitely an interesting end to the first half, and probably definitely one the Bobcats wouldn't have liked there at the end of that first half. But nonetheless, they still have a pretty nice lead here, a comfortable lead right now. Obviously, a lot of time left here. And it's a big second half. In college basketball, you got those 20-minute quarters. So it's, you know, it's going to be really interesting to see how this second half plays out. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and I would say about maybe 12 minutes here, if you will, 12 or 11 minutes. We'll be back here in about a couple minutes as we head to halftime here with the Bobcats up 50-32 here from Newport Richey, Florida.
Are you a dreamer? A change maker? Are you seeking a path to your future? Pasco-Hernando State College's Instructional Performing Arts Center is more than a place. This is opportunity. This is ambition. This is where passion becomes excellence. A center of creativity, guiding you to reach your full potential. To become more than a dreamer, to become a leader, an artist, whose talent can change the world. The Pasco-Hernando State College Instructional Performing Arts Center is here. Designed to cultivate the fine, applied, and digital arts, the IPAC is dedicated to the creative. It's more than a place, it's your future. Apply today at phsc.edu.
And we are back here from halftime here as the Bobcats are currently up 50-32. Dylan Spalding, Bob Bate, and Josh Smith joining you here from the broadcast table, if you will. It's so weird to say broadcast table, right? Like,
well, it's our table. We have media right there, right in front of Josh.
We
it
do.
says media. That's us.
That's
we're the media.
New. That's new now.
We're the only media. We're exclusive.
We are the exclusive.
We're the exclusive media. Bobcat Basketball Network.
Yeah, we are. We are. But we are back here in action in Newport Richey, Florida. The starting five that begin the game here tonight will come back out to kick things off here in the start of the second half. So great again to have you.
What are you looking for in the second half, Dylan?
I think they'll really kind of continue the way they played offensively. It's hard because really the Bobcats have played well. Maybe, try to limit the mistakes maybe and not try to allow the Tigers to get kind of in striking distance, because once this team can get, under 10 points or less, you really never know what might happen, especially with how effective this offense has been in the past.
We do need to look for, Josh and Dylan, we need to look for a player of the game. So
we do.
We have a couple of candidates from the first half, but obviously a whole nother half to go here.
Who's that guy that keeps making those threes in the corner?
Nairobi Peeler.
Nairobi Peeler is the leading candidate, you're right.
Yeah, Peeler might be our guy to watch here for tonight's game. That shot's up and off the rim, no good, and that's going to be in. So already a 16-point lead here for the Tigers, trying to inch their way back, but right back to 18. That would be Peeler once more able to make that shot off. He's had a very nice game again. Possible player to watch here, especially in the second half. It might be a player of the game candidate here heading into the second half. Cross court there, across that side of the court, if you will, and that shot's going to be good, just like that. Back to a 16-point Bobcat lead. Jaquise Kemp here dishes it out to Rico Thompson. Thompson over to Marcellus Thomas. Thomas from three, no good, off the rim. Very rare missed three, if you will, by the Bobcats. Ooh, nice job there. Jaquise Kemp defensively has had a nice game. Two players are down right now. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is Marcellus Thomas who went down, and also I believe that was number 23, Kareem Lamar, who was down on the ground. So both guys able to get back up okay, luckily.
Might need to get somebody to wipe the floor down. Nope, guess we're okay.
Yeah, I guess we're okay there. You never want, obviously, Bob, for any, possible injury to happen, and especially with how, limited players are for both of these teams, and especially getting towards the end of the season. Injuries are the last thing you want here at this point in the year.
Unlike other sports, nice shot by Peeler there, another bucket for him. Unlike other sports, when people hit the ground, this is a hard wood floor. It's not not an AstroTurf or a grass field.
No. That ball's up, a little floater there, if you will. And that ball is going to be blocked. The Bobcats defensively aggressive. Great job by Rico Thompson, and able to get that second chance effort, if you will. Timeout here.
I think we got a technical.
Yeah, actually a flagrant foul. Yeah, number 4, Jalen Bain. I thought I saw the T there, so I was thinking timeout for the moment. But yeah, it is going to be a flagrant. So that means we're going to see Jaquise Kemp head to the line. Now, Bob, the last time these two teams played, which was back in January of last year, a flagrant or a technical foul actually did happen for Trinity College. So this isn't the first time that a technical foul has occurred here on the side of Trinity College. So this is a good opportunity here for Jaquise Kemp and company. Not able to make that second shot there, but they are going to get the ball. So great opportunity here for the Bobcats. 2 opportunities at the line, plus a opportunity to get the ball here as well on offense. So can't ask for more out of this.
We started a game, didn't we, with a technical foul? We couldn't figure out what happened.
We did. I believe it was it the delay a game maybe possibly, or?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Peeler with the ball. He's driving hard behind the back.
I believe, wasn't it the game this year?
Yeah, it was recently.
And that shot is up, no good, but it will be a foul. That's going to be on 0, Jaquise Kemp. 2 shots.
Yeah, Jaquise looking for the charge there, but I think he was not set for a long enough time at the kind of the top of the key there. Yeah, blocking foul.
Larry Bem is trying to put his case into it. Fortunately enough, though, this will actually be just an inbound pass, so this isn't the...
Coach Bem didn't agree with how I described that, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, Bob, it is only an inbound pass here, so you don't draw the shooting foul.
No, it's a blocking foul, but that could come up later in the game if you get into the bonus situation with free throws.
Yeah, yep. And especially at this level, Bob, too, where there is so much offensive play, and really the basketball in general at this level is offensive play for the most part. I mean, you'll obviously see, you know, fouls rack up and such because there's a lot more offensive opportunities. Yeah, another foul.
Foul on
Marcellus Thomas this time, though.
Thomas with the reach in.
Again, another inbound pass for Trinity College.
It's getting a little chippy out there, I would say.
It is.
Dylan.
It is. Well, again, Bob, both teams are local in the area. Trinity College down their facility on 54, State Road 54, so not too far away from where Pasco-Hernando is located, only a short driving distance away, maybe 15, 20 minutes. That's going to be out of bounds, I believe, on Trinity College. This is going to be Bobcats basketball here, and Bobcats are going to now regain possession here. Jaquise Kemp, nice little...
All right, that's too easy there for Jaquise Kemp.
Great play by Kemp.
Yeah, nice strong move, but no really defensive challenge to that.
Yeah, a little bit of that two-step there on the play. Rico Thompson passes it to Marcellus Thomas. Thomas over to Nairobi Peeler. Peeler from three. Peeler drills it. Peeler has had a great night from three-point range. Just like that, 60-40. The Bobcats are rolling here offensively tonight.
How many points does Peeler have? Do we have any idea?
I don't have an official stat on that, but we will have to get it here at some point because Peeler's definitely scored at least in double digits for sure.
Oh, for sure. I think he's getting up close to, or if not over 20 by now.
So 60-42, back to an 18-point lead where we all started here in the second half of action. Peeler with the ball. Peeler's been very good tonight. Mid-range jumper off the rim, no good. Out of bounds, it will be Trinity College ball. So Trinity College will gain possession. Elias Reeves here, who will be checking in here for Rico Thompson. So the big man coming in for the big man, if you will, here. Just like that, it's going to be a little bit of a change here for the Bobcats, but nothing too drastic. Everybody staying this game here so far for the Trinity College Tigers. Again, we're rocking the Jordan-branded apparel, if you will, for their uniforms. Nice-looking uniform at that. You see a lot of the teams now, Bob, going to the kind of Jordan uniforms nowadays. And Marcellus Thomas, who had to go all the way down the court, he's going to go out of bounds. Thomas just not able to keep control there. He kind of slipped, if you will. I'm not sure if there maybe was a slippery part possibly on the floor, but
just glad he's okay there. He was full speed when he went down.
Yeah, and you could tell already they're going to be wiping down the floor, so there might have been something a little bit slippery that wasn't actually cleaned up down there. So an unfortunate break there for the Bobcats. It would have been a wide open opportunity as well. They had nobody down on that side of the court there for Trinity College. So 18 points here is where we sit in what has been a pretty competitive second half so far. It really doesn't feel like an 18-point lead. It feels more like a 2-point lead or a 3-point lead the way that the play has been up to this point here in the second half. That's Grimshaw. That's out of bounds. And that's going to go the other way.
Bobcats got the big lead, but it's been a stalemate since they got the big lead. I mean, they haven't really built on it, and the Tigers have pretty much kept their own since they jumped out. They haven't closed the lead, but it's been kind of a stalemate.
Yeah, Jason McCoy checks into the game, the sophomore guard out of Daytona Beach, Florida. A couple Daytona Beach players who are in tonight's ball game for the Trinity College Tigers.
I think Trinity brought a bunch of fans with them, too. I want to thank them for joining us.
Yeah, they did. That's going to go.
There's bodies everywhere.
Yeah, this is just a battle for.
And the Bobcats helping the Tigers up. So that was good to see.
Well, they are cats, you know, the cat teams, if you will.
Do Bobcats get along with Tigers in the wild?
I don't know if there's a.
They're getting along out here. It looks good.
Are they even in the right ecosystems? Like I don't know.
I should have researched that. I didn't do my job before the game.
We're not sure if Bobcats and Tigers
fans, I've let you down. Been prepped for that.
We don't have the game notes for that. That's not in our repertoire there.
All right, here we go. So the Tigers bringing the ball down.
nonetheless, the wildlife analogies we use here on the broadcast.
But both teams helping each other out. It's good to see.
No, it is good. Another shot, Jason McCoy, who just checked into the game momentarily ago. Trinity College is all around, out of bounds.
Oh.
Jason McCoy.
Well, and the fans are reacting over there.
Yeah, Jason McCoy apparently stepped out of bounds, and McCoy's trying to plead his case. Yeah, there are fans who are excited, fans who are not excited.
The fans are into it. I like it, though.
They are. The battle of Newport
I think that's
Richie.
the Trinity group I was referring to. They're having a good time over there, but they didn't like that call.
Yeah, the battle of Trinity versus the battle of Newport Richie, I should say, excuse me, is really
Dr. Beard's up there. Now, Dr. Beard's with the Bobcat fans behind them.
Yeah, but he might be in the wrong section, though. I don't know.
Oh, Dr. Beard gets along with everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a great guy.
No, Dr. Beard is a great person.
Dr. Beard goes everywhere. I've traveled with him. He knows everybody, even in the airports. People come through the airport and they just say hi to him. He knows people everywhere.
He really does. Dr. Beard, so great to have him on. And it's
been great for athletics. I don't know if you thanked him, but
I did.
Everything we've got, you know, that we're excited about here, Dr. Beard's obviously the president, a big part of that.
Yeah, Dr. Beard, just such a great person to have, obviously, with
he
this
likes
program.
you a lot too, Dylan.
He does. He does. He was actually saying how much he's been so happy for me with part of this institution. For me, that means a lot, especially coming from him. And
good-looking cap over there, that New York Yankees cap. I don't know. That looks like a Bobcat fan, and she's got a good-looking cap, and she's got her son with the Batman uniform. He's looking good.
Yeah. Good crowd on hand tonight from Newport
good-looking
Richie.
crowd, and thanks for all the online people tuning in
Yeah.
too. We want to thank them. We want to thank James and Tyler too for setting up. You know, we don't do anything with any of the technology, and they've been zooming in, zooming out, doing all this great stuff with the player profile videos. So we thank them. They make us sound good.
Oh, they do.
We really don't sound this good in real life, but they make us sound good.
Marcellus Thomas ditched it into Jaquez Kemp. Yeah, so great for them, and done such a great job, and want to thank them as well. And you know, obviously, with the season winding down here and only a couple of games left here for us on the broadcast schedule. Shots up by Grimshaw. Nice shot there. Kind of that double-handed move there to get into the paint and able to make that shot. So great job there by Grimshaw. That's really the great thing about this Bobcats team, Bob, is just the finesse that they use to really get into the paint and really drive into the lanes that they need to be in. And it's really good to see that when you see from players. It's always a nice thing to see kind of that talent getting showcased here for these players.
They seem to really maximize different players, their abilities, their different shots that they really can make and they like to shoot. And we've said that during the game. You'll see them go to one or two guys who have the hot hand, but those one or two guys could change in the half or definitely by the second half.
Jalen Bain missed his first one. The foul was on number 4, Seth Grimshaw, by the way, his third and the team's third already here in the half. So definitely got to be careful with the fouls here as we get later in this game. Right now, the Bobcats, though, have a pretty hefty lead right now as we speak. And really, fouls at this point aren't the real issue at this point for the Bobcats. They just want to hold on to this lead here and try to kind of wrap things up here early. Keith Kemp. Oh, man, a shot that wasn't really even pretty, but it was about to go in. Kemp again battling for the basketball. Great efforts by the Bobcats. And that is going to go, I believe, in the Bobcats' favor. Yeah, wow.
The referee got pinned against the wall, but I think he motioned toward the Bobcats.
So a lucky break for the Bobcats. I mean, there was just movement everywhere. And the Bobcats have been, again, just showing off that competitive nature, as is of the Tigers as well. It's really
we got 11 on the shot clock here, so Bobcats ball still, but they're going to have to get a shot off at some point.
Yeah, it went out of bounds again there on the Bobcats, but it was, or on the Tigers, excuse me. Bobcats got possession back. Grimshaw. And a 3-ball by Grimshaw. So even with the 3 fouls, Grimshaw doesn't care. He's going to get that 3 ball.
Grimshaw's got the hot hand now.
Yeah. The great thing about the Bobcats is it makes our job of picking player of the game harder. It feels like so many great contributors. Number 5, Jason McCoy was wide open for a moment there. Just no pass over there. Out of bounds again.
Out of bounds.
Kareem Lamar out of bounds. Number 10 is going to check in here for the Trinity College Tigers. That's going to be Xavier Fleming.
Got a substitution here.
Yeah, substitution here for the Bobcats. This is going to be number 1, Timothy King, or TJ King, as we call him.
Out of Lakeland, Florida.
Yeah, Lakeland, Florida product out of George Jenkins High School. That is my my other work job place.
Grimshaw with another one.
With another 3.
He's hot.
He's already passed now. He's already passed his points here in this game over his number. He's got 6 points here in the last couple of moments. Fleming with the ball. Dishes it out to number 5, Jason McCoy. McCoy now trying to find an open shot opportunity off the rim, I believe. Actually, it might have not been off the rim. The clock didn't reset, the shot clock in that. Trying to drive in. That's going to be good. Nice shot there by number 23, Kareem Lamar. And just like that, 68-45 is your score. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Tigers now trying to get maybe a little bit of momentum here. So far, really has been an interesting game up to this point. Momentum here, especially in the second half, has kind of swung back and forth here. Neither team really has had the upper hand, if you will. Bobcats have played competitive, and the Tigers have also had some competitive moments here in the second half. That shot's good. I believe that was number 23, Kareem Lamar again, who was on that shot there. Seth Grimshaw now handling the ball. Grimshaw, who has made 2 3-pointers here in the last minute or so. That shot's good. Peeler again, and Peeler looking like Roland Williams when we saw him last time. And Nairobi Peeler is really establishing himself as a possible player of the game candidate here. He is having himself a nice night. 71-47 is where we sit. The pace has slowed down a little bit here for the Tigers. Trying to maybe get something going here, but the time is not on their side here at this point in the game. Pass over to TJ King. Grimshaw from 3. Grimshaw off the rim, no good. Grimshaw, though, trying to go for a play. That will be on Grimshaw. That will be Trinity ball. A foul on Grimshaw. That, imagine Grimshaw might get taken out, and he will. Obviously, for some foul issues there. He's got 4. He'll be 2 away from possibly getting fouled out. That means Caden Tuttle will come into the game. Obviously, Bem there going with the smart move there. Obviously taking out Grimshaw, even though he has had the hot hand. You don't want to have him to get into any more foul trouble than he's already had. You would like to have him at least for later in the game, depending on how the score plays out.
Still 11 minutes left here.
Yep. Nairobi Peeler able to rebound it. Peeler, who has had a great night up to this point, has shot the ball very well. Thomas dishes out to Cuttle. Great passing there. I mean, talk about fast-moving passing by the Bobcats.
Seems like every time Tuttle comes in, he finds himself open underneath the basket. We got a media timeout. That's us, guys.
Media timeout. So I believe
we should highlight the upcoming broadcast, Dylan and Josh. We're going to be on air on Thursday.
On Thursday versus Florida College JV, their team.
And we do have a home game Saturday. We will not be on air.
We will not be on air.
We won't be on air, but the game will still be broadcast. We just won't have the announcing.
Yes, so for anybody who is watching us, all games the rest of the season will be broadcasted in terms of the game action itself. But in terms of our broadcasting, we will have Thursday's game and next Monday's game on tap here for you. So a lot of basketball coming up here before we get into baseball season.
Yeah, then we got baseball and softball coming up. We're looking forward to that.
Yep.
So, and we thank all of the fans that tune in or watch the replays of the broadcasts.
Yep.
We always like to have you join us, and whether you're from the Trinity Tigers or the Bobcats,
or if you're just a basketball fan, even too.
Well, yeah, we might have some of those. They might tune in just because they're a Dylan Spalding fan.
Maybe, but yeah, I mean, I was telling Dr. Beard that I said without our fans, you know, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing here and doing our broadcast. So we do appreciate everybody who supports not only the team, but also the broadcast as well. And without the fans supporting the team and the broadcast, we wouldn't be able to make this possible. So
yeah, we got great programs. I mean,
we do.
Both these, we love the Trinity Tiger program right down the road, and of course Bobcat program. Everybody involved with it. So it's nice to support that when you.
And we'll actually be getting
great guys
next Monday is against Trinity, so we'll get Trinity next Monday. So we'll have both of the home Trinity games, which are the 2 games that are on the schedule between these 2 squads, heading into next Monday. So we'll be getting both games next week as well. So that should be pretty fun to see Trinity and PHSC, and obviously both teams will know each other very well by next Monday, so after tonight. So 73-49 is where we currently sit for 24-point lead here for the Bobcats as we get to almost a halfway point here. That ball kind of like tipped up in the air there for Trinity College. That was number 2 there, DJ Nunnery, who kind of tipped it up there. Tigers have possession. They need to get some shots off here quick if they want to get back into this thing here. It's going to be a hefty task, but they do have an opportunity still. A lot of time left on the clock. Shot is up. Another unlucky break there for the Tigers. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Tigers out of bounds. Media timeout here, so this will
another
be
media timeout.
Well, this will be the official media timeout.
They like us a lot.
Yeah,
they keep coming to us.
Well, the other one was a regular Tigers timeout.
Okay.
So this will be an official media timeout.
Well, we got a 73-49 game here with 9:43 left, and lots of offense, obviously, especially for the Bobcats.
Yep. Yeah, the Bobcats have played into their way.
Yeah, I mean, Bobcats averaging, 90-some points a game. So and they were in the top 10 in the country. So a couple of good offensive games. They might even move up more in those rankings. And that's for D2 across the country.
Yep, D2 across the country. Now
There's about 130, 140 schools.
Yep.
D2. So just to give you a reference point, when we say top 10, that's pretty impressive.
That is very impressive. And just for fans who are listening, this is for the NJC AA.
Correct.
Which is about the same level as the NCCAA, which they're in the NCCAA Division II.
Correct.
As well. So they're in about our similar, it's about the same in terms of the level of play and in terms of the recruiting and such.
Yep.
I believe they are a 2-year school as well, I believe.
Lots of, when you look at our roster, Lakeland, Clearwater for Nairobi Peeler. You look at Lakeland for Timothy King, Lakeland for Jaquise Kemp. I mean, the roster's loaded with local talent, and that's one of the reasons why you like Division II is because you recruit locally. All right, back to the action here. King dishes it off to Peeler. Peeler with the fall away, but comes up short.
Passes it out here. And that's going to be another out of bounds.
The players are having a hard time. We do have the black shading for the out of bounds areas. Maybe just not used to that.
DJ Nunnery called for the out of bounds there. He was trying to go for that 3-point opportunity there. And that's really kind of been really some of the fallbacks, if you will, for the Tigers. They've had some good runs. They've been very competitive tonight. But just some of these kind of little mistakes here, if you will, that's kind of kept them back from really getting back into this game here has really kind of been the fallbacks for this team.
Turnover for the Bobcats. Tigers going to drive it up court here.
Getting Tuttle. He's trying to block there. Shot is off. 3-ball and off the backboard there. Bobcats regain possession. Nice rebound by Caden Tuttle. And now you can see this is almost like the end of the game. A lot of defense, heavy defense here for the Tigers. They know where they're at with the clock, and they do need to get back into this game. They're down by 24. Foul, though. We'll see who the foul is on. There's a lot of bodies over there. It's going to be number 2, DJ Nunnery, who's called for the foul. Second foul of the night, first for Nunnery here on the evening. Nunnery, the only non-Florida player. He's out of Mississippi, actually. 5'10" guard out of Mississippi at that. Jaquise Kemp and Rico Thompson will be waiting to check in here. Then they will check in, so Jaquise will come in for Caden Tuttle. Rico Thompson looks like he's going to be waiting here.
Tuttle's really played good in the few minutes he's been in there.
He's good, yeah. He's been
rebounds, points.
Yeah, he's been playing good defensively as well. So, that's going to be on Timothy King there.
He missed the shot anyway. I think that would have been no good, right, if he made it?
Yeah.
For a line violation there?
Yep.
Oh, they're going to redo it?
Yeah, they're going to redo it because Timothy King actually was the one who was charged with the line violation. Timothy King went too early.
Timothy King is on the Bobcats, so it was a Bobcat free throw. I'm a little confused here.
Oh, maybe, okay.
Maybe there was multiple guys.
It was.
Yep. Is that Kareem?
I believe it was on 23. I believe it was on number 23, Kareem Lamar. Yeah, so it was Lamar who went too early, and I believe we just saw TJ King actually going at the same time. Again, as
so
you mentioned.
It was a do-over. They did it over, and we made the shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good.
So Rico Thompson will check in now to the game as it's now a 75-49 lead here for the Bobcats. As you got to imagine, Bob, here, you know, a couple more points. They could get this even up to 30 if the Bobcats can do that here. I mean, you very well could be putting this game on ice here. And that ball is going to be a foul.
We've got a 26-point lead right now, so I think once you get to about the 5-minute mark, you start feeling a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
You kind of know how many possessions are left, and that gap might be a little too big.
Yeah, Marcellus Thomas charged with the foul there, and everybody trying to regroup, and you could tell, I mean, for the Tigers, they physically.
Both teams really hustling now.
Yeah, physically.
We've seen a lot of guys on the floor, a lot of loose balls, got multiple guys going after it. A lot of respect for both sides, playing with good hustle tonight.
Yeah, physically wise, I mean, these two teams have been contested. It's been a very physical game up to this point, and especially here in the second half, both teams know where they need to be right now at this point in the game, and they kind of have established themselves offensively and defensively to where they are. So
when we've said, not so much defensive challenge to plays, but we're not talking about lack of hustle. It's just been, the court's been open.
No, yeah. And that's with anything. When you have both teams who are offensively, have the offensive kind of, I would say that those are their kind of, I don't even know how the right word you would use it. Those are kind of their like strong suits, if you will, the offensive side of the ball. You're going to see a lot more open opportunities and, some defensive, I would say, liability issues, if you will. So, again, you'll see that a lot when you see two offensive teams going at it. It's going to be high scoring.
Now, guys, when we get to a few minutes left, we are going to have to determine our players of the game because we have to catch them real quick when they leave the court.
Shot's going to be good there. Bobcats here now up by
That was
26.
Thomas with the bucket, right?
Yeah, Marcellus Thomas there on that bucket. Tigers are trying to get something going here. They, momentum-wise, have had to.
Oh, missed it.
Oh, that's going to be a foul. It's going to be on Rico. Yeah, Rico holding up the hand there. He knows that was on him there. So 30, Rico Thompson.
Somebody missed the dunk. I don't know if that's what they're laughing about. Both sides kind of laughing.
I believe so.
Is that Kareem that missed the dunk?
Yeah, Seth Grimshaw will be here at the scores table. That ball's off the top of the rim there.
I could never dunk a basketball, Dylan. Just disclosing that on air.
I was going to say Grimshaw checking in here is for the Bobcats. Yeah, I don't know if I could do that either. You might have to lower the rim a couple inches.
These guys amaze me, their athleticism.
Oh, it's
just
incredible.
How they jump and move quick.
It's incredible to watch like the dunk contest as well. Oh boy. Yeah. Traveling on Trinity there.
That was weird, yeah, because it was all ball there as Rico Thompson got the ball, and then Trinity just couldn't get their feet moving.
Yeah, Lamar there able to get the ball, but just not able to. Yeah, really interesting situation there. Nonetheless, again, as I mentioned, Bob, has really kind of been one of the setbacks for this team is really kind of those, unfortunate mistakes that have been made here, and it really hasn't been anything on their end. I mean, obviously the out-of-bounds calls have been on their end, but I mean, a lot of it's just kind of miscues, if you will, and really nothing you can do.
Way to stick with it there. Trinity Tigers getting a nice bucket.
Now the game really speeded up here. Timothy King, nice little mid-range jumper, a turnaround, yeah. Turnaround jumper there from TJ King. Bobcats here trying to really just keep Trinity off the board. That's an easy opportunity, and just like that, 79-55, 24-point lead for the Bobcats. So Grimshaw What a weird shot. It was almost like a football pass, but I guess it almost worked.
It was in and out, too.
And that ball's up in the air. Another opportunity, no good. Looking for the foul is number 21, Austin Reese. He needs to get back going again.
It's almost turned into a backyard playground kind of game.
Seth Grimshaw takes a timeout, and I think Larry Bem has seen enough of this.
Yeah, Seth's even smiling. I think he says, we need a timeout.
Yeah, I think they're just real. It was very interesting.
It looked like something on the playground back in New Jersey. I used to watch these games.
Well, Larry is used to that. He's from New York, so he knows that type of play. But
it was fun.
It was. It was.
I don't know how effective it was. It was fun.
I think Seth knew when he threw that shot up. I think he's like, yeah.
Is that what he was laughing about?
He might have. Very interesting couple of minutes.
I've seen pitches on the baseball mound that didn't look as good as that. That ball almost went in the basket. Gonna have to ask him about that after the game.
We might.
All right, guys, so here's how it's going to work. So there's 3 of us, right?
Yep.
With Josh here tonight. So we're going to decide. I think I'm going to make an executive decision that we can have 2 players of the games. And here's how we'll do it. So we're going to need them both mic'd up. So, Dylan, why don't you stay mic'd after the game ends?
Okay.
And Josh and I will give up our headsets to the 2 guys that we determine.
Yep.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, that sounds works for me.
So I want to tell the fans, stick with us because you'll get to hear from 2 of our Bobcat stars.
Maybe they would like to vote for our Bobcat players of the game as well. Maybe we could get some,
our fans?
Yeah, our fans.
Well, wherever you're at. What are we on YouTube and Facebook?
We are on YouTube. I don't believe we're on Facebook, though.
All right, so if you're on YouTube and you want to tell us who you think's been worthy of a player of the game, multiple players, you can have 2 votes. Send in two names.
Yeah, if we could get it, maybe at the next time out, Bob, if we can, if either me or you can go get maybe some of the stats, like live stats. That's one of the things we don't have here at the broadcast table is live stats. We'll let you know kind of who is having some good games here up to this point, and we'll have them on for the end of the game. So 81-55 is your score here as Bobcats here up by 26. As at this point, Bob, it is getting to the point now where it is looking like the Bobcats are reaching to maybe a possible kind of runaway lead here, if you will, as that's going to be a foul on Thomas. That was number 21, Austin Reese, who has drawn his 2nd foul. Ball's off the rim, out of bounds. It's going to be Bobcats' ball. So Bobcats regain possession here. Again, 28-point lead here for the Bobcats. It's been all Bobcats here in this game, and oh boy, what a steal there almost by number 23, Kareem Lamar. It was like a football kind of fumble almost. Slapped the ball right out of his hand there. Good job for Lamar there on the play, but ball went out of bounds. That shot's from 3-point land, no good. Jaquise Kemp not able to get that one in. Tigers regain. 83-55. Shot is up. Grimshaw able to put a hand in front, and that will give the Bobcats the ball back. A little over 5 minutes to play here. The Bobcats are slowing the pace down, and obviously with it being a 28-point lead, why not? They are in control, and suddenly it's looking like the Bobcats are probably going to end up taking tonight's victory. So we do have some point updates here for everybody. Jaquise Kemp currently with 11. Seth Grimshaw currently holds 8, but the big guy is going to be Nairobi Peeler, who's had a phenomenal game tonight. 24 points here from Nairobi Peeler. And again, a much-needed win, Bob, for the Bobcats, especially you're getting towards the end of the season here. You got conference play coming up. This is going to be a big win if the Bobcats can hold, and right now it's looking like it. And here actually comes Nairobi Peeler as we speak, but this will be a big win for the Cats, especially coming off 2 losses. And they had a really good stretch right at the end of the fall semester, heading into the spring semester as well.
Yep. Josh, anybody weighing in on YouTube for players of the game? We have any comments?
Someone said Peeler.
Gotcha. Nairobi?
Yeah, Victoria Arrowwood said Peeler, and Caden Tuttle, Lance Tuttle.
Oh yeah, Tuttle.
Lance Tuttle says Caden Tuttle. So
I mean that's kind of biased. I mean,
we're good.
Hey,
we're voting for their favorite players. Tuttle, we said, has gotten in for a few minutes.
Tuttle has looked good.
Baskets. I know he's got 6 points at least.
It's going to be traveling there on the Bobcats there. I believe this is the final media timeout here. Obviously every 5 minutes intervals, if you will. So at the 15, 10, and 5-minute markers, we got media timeout. So
all right. So YouTubers, you can tell us who your votes are for players of the game, and then we'll keep track from here to about the 1 minute mark, and then we'll let you know. And then stick with us after the game because we'll have those 2 players. Josh and I will give up our headsets.
Yep.
We'll let Dylan interview them, and he does a great job with that. So you get to hear from 2 of our Bobcat stars.
Yeah.
What do we call them? Do we have we need a sponsor for the Bobcat stars of the game?
Well,
we get some company.
We said Pepsi when we were grabbing my drink.
Yeah, Pepsi's the official.
Now, me and you are big PDQ
on the
fans.
Campus. Yep, we got to get them to.
The PDQ player of the game.
Got to get somebody to sponsor it. Maybe we can give away. We can't give the players anything because they're on scholarships and stuff.
Maybe they get like a sticker or something. Or that still be a giveaway?
But we could do something.
Like a plaque or something.
I think they love just being in the booth, but we should have something for next year. Something we can work on for next year.
Yeah, for sure.
And if any of our fans out there listening has ideas, let us know, and then we'll pursue those.
Yeah.
That's how we get better as a broadcast. We're doing all right, but we got a lot of room for improvement, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, your 5 group is TJ King, Nairobi Peeler, Seth Grimshaw, Jaquise Kemp, and Adalius Reeves. Tigers will have the ball here as it's going to be number 10 is Xavier Fleming, number 11 Fernando Ortiz, number 23 Kareem Lamar, Austin Reese is out there, and number 4 Jalen Bain. That is your 5 and 5 here after the media timeout as we close things out here. Now, from now on here from Newport Richie, we get towards the end, if you will, here from Newport Richie, I should say, but we lost a shoe. TJ King has lost a shoe. He's going to have to put that back on. It's now a 4 on 5. Seth Grimshaw, though, allows a foul.
That's a foul on the
foul on the Tigers there.
Foul.
Yeah, the great job by Seth Grimshaw able to charge in and draw the foul there.
Gives King a chance to put his shoe back on.
Yeah, Kareem Lamar was called on the foul there, his 3rd. The 4th foul as well for the Tigers on the night. 1 timeout, by the way, here for the Tigers. Left 2 here left for the Bobcats remaining. That shot's good, and just like that, it is now a 30-point lead here for the Bobcats. And Bob, things are getting a little out of hand here in terms of the scoring for the Bobcats. It's been all Bobcats here tonight, and
I think that gives
Josh
Kemp
Barrios.
13.
Yeah, Josh Barrios now comes in.
So you got your leading scorers so far, I think, is Jaquise Kemp with 13 and Ryobi with 24.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with Nairobi as one of our players of the game, as obviously this score is going to pretty much sit, I imagine, where it is, or at least it's not going to.
Nice block.
Bobcats shouldn't lose the lead here, I would imagine. And that's going to be a foul.
Now, sometimes the points, they matter more, different points in the game, obviously.
Yep.
So if the game's still close, you're hitting a bunch of really key buckets to turn momentum or to get the lead.
Yeah, and another thing to kind of keep in mind is, as well as Jason McCoy runs to the scores table here, he'll check into the game here at this point in the ball game. One thing to remember too, Bob, these 2 teams are going to be playing each other next Monday. This is still a really good opportunity for Trinity to really get a good look and see kind of what this team could do here as we get into the late stages of this ball game. And they could kind of figure out and game plan heading into next week. This is really still a good opportunity for the Tigers to game plan for next week's ball game. It's McCoy. Passes it over to number 4. That's Jalen Bain there who misses it. TJ King dishes it. Ooh, almost. Adalius Reeves, though, able to still get that one in. Trying to be a little pretty there for that shot, but not able to get it in. But Adalius Reeves at least able to get that final alley-oop there.
It's like full throttle right now, wide open on the court.
87-59, TJ King dishes out to Grimshaw. Grimshaw from 3, almost. Yeah, and I mean, at this point, Bob, if you're the Bobcats, you're just having fun right now. And, oh, here comes TJ King. Oh, TJ King trying to be on, like, Sports Center. Now, Bob, that's a brand new rim. TJ's trying to break that rim.
Well, they're supposed to be the breakaway where they fold down.
Yeah, yeah.
So hopefully that worked.
Yeah, Fernando Ortiz.
Still got warranty on that rim if it doesn't work right.
Fernando Ortiz, I believe, was called for the foul there.
I think the foul occurred on the loose ball, right? Not on the dunk. I think the ball popped out, and it was on the loose ball over there. Refs are talking things over. They've done a good job keeping control of the game today.
Yeah.
I want to thank them. That was Marty Dempsey, Marquise Ford, and Chip Clark are our referees.
Yep. Shots up and good. Nairobi Peeler
again.
90-59. And again, Bob, this has been the story really of this kind of rivalry between these two schools. Last year, the scores were relatively the way it was this season in the first game. And Tuttle,
another rebound.
Be a kick ball violation, it might have been.
And now Seth Grimshaw's playing soccer over there. So we saw him throw a baseball, and now he's playing soccer.
We don't have a men's soccer team, but we...
So Grimshaw getting it all in tonight. He looks like a triathlete out there.
Yeah, Grimshaw might be the new men's, part of the new men's soccer team if they ever get one here at PHSC.
He's having fun out there.
And that shot's good. Nice shot there by number 5, Jason McCoy.
Oh, McCoy.
So 90-62, and Bobcats are going to win it here tonight the way the score is. Now, obviously, the final score may change, but Bobcats will definitely hold on to this lead and will take the W as they drop their last 3 out of their last 4 and get back in the win column here for the first time in a little bit, and the first time since January 15th. So it's been a couple weeks since Bobcats have been in the win column, and obviously a good way to get back going again here on home floor.
All right, guys, so who's your vote for players of the game?
I think it's got to be Nairobi.
Yep, I got to vote for Nairobi. Josh, Nairobi.
Josh, you got any
27 points. Peeler. Yep, so we got 3 votes. All right, so my other vote would go to Jaquise.
I'm going to go Jaquise as well.
Josh, well, we already got 2 votes Jaquise, so it doesn't matter what you say, Josh. All right, so our 2 players of the game will be Nairobi Peeler and Jaquise Kemp. So what we'll do, Dylan, as soon as we get off, as soon as the game ends, we'll try to get them in the booth with you for a few minutes. Have a dunk? Nope.
Seth Grimshaw trying to go up through the block there, and yeah, you can just tell Bob at this point, and you know, with the time running slim here, you can tell the Bobcats and really the Tigers as well. Tigers still playing pretty aggressive, but you know, you can tell the Bobcats really at this point just trying to kind of shoot around. Great shot by TJ King.
Yeah, TJ King's pouring in some points.
3 points. Yeah, the 3 points have been working.
He got his shoe back on. He got his shot off. Didn't hit anything but net.
So look at what's to come here for the Tigers. They got Florida Gateway, which is one of our in-conference rivals. Will be coming up on the 27th. They'll be coming here back in Newport Richey on the 30th. So again, a kind of the final opportunity, if you will, for the Tigers faithful and the Tigers to really play in Newport Richey before they really are on the road the rest of the season. They'll be in Jacksonville to finish out the year on the 7th of February to take on the Trinity Baptist College squad. Taking a look at for the Bobcats what's to come. Again, we got Thursday against Trinity College JV squad. Then we got Palm Beach State on Saturday afternoon for a little afternoon tip. Trinity College next week, and then Florida Gateway on February 1st. And then obviously you get into college conference play for the rest of the season. So on February 1st really kicks in the conference play. And next Monday, Bob, we will actually be broadcasting the last non-conference game for the Bobcats. So it'll be should be a fun little matchup. Obviously, these two teams will know each other well, and the Tigers got a chance really here in these last, couple minutes to really game plan and such, and Bobcats will basically run the clock out as well. They're still gonna have to hustle a little bit. Bobcats do get the ball back, and still the hustle, Bob. You gotta give credit to the Bobcats. Even late into this game, the Bobcats have still been able to kind of hustle and really make plays after we just saw that steal there. So 43-1s left on the clock here.
Both teams playing hard till the end here.
Yep. Again, this has really been the kind of the score for the season, if you will, or for the last couple of seasons between these two squads. When you look at last season's kind of final totals, if you will, 90-68 was the first game last year between these two squads on November 2nd. That was that home opener we had last season, Bob. And then these two teams met up again, and 97-77 was the final score. That very well may be what the final score will be tonight, depending on how the clock is going to play out for both squads. Because Grimshaw wide open. Grimshaw, nice little kind of layup there, but not able to get it in. So 20-point lead here is where we're at, and the Bobcats and the Tigers will finish it out here. No shot clock left. We imagine the Tigers will probably still want to make at least one more shot just to kind of finish out on a high note. That shot's up off the rim. One more opportunity maybe. Shot up again. That's going to be good, and it will be one opportunity left for the Bobcats. They'll just run out the clock, and that will wrap things up here from Newport Richey. 93-76 is your final score if no shot gets thrown by Seth Grimshaw. And just like that, that will do it here from Pasco-Hernando. So the Bobcats able to grab the win here tonight, 93-76 here from Newport Richey, beating the Trinity College Tigers in the first game of two between these two squads. We're going to have hopefully Jaquise Kemp and Nairobi Peeler joining me here in the booth here to talk about this win and highlight them as our players of the game tonight. And we are here for our Player of the Game post-game show here with Jaquise Kemp and Nairobi Peeler. Nairobi and Jaquise, great win tonight for both of you guys, back into the win column. How does it feel to get back into the win column here at home tonight?
Oh, it feels good. We just got to keep it going.
Yeah.
We got to get revenge this Saturday and then get the win Thursday.
Yeah, you guys got a big, obviously, couple of games coming up here against conference play here to wrap up the regular season. You know, tonight, 27 points for you, or actually 20-plus points. We don't have the official stats here right now as we speak, but, 20-plus points for you tonight. And it felt like the team really, and that's been really one of the better bread and butter things for you guys here this season, is really passing the ball, getting it to different players. We see a lot of guys shooting threes. It's really been a good all-around team performance for this team here. Is that really kind of a good thing with the team chemistry? Like, how do you feel with the team and stuff, how that's really helped you guys in terms of your play?
Yeah, I feel like the second half of the season we've been meshing better and moving the ball, playing more as a team.
Yeah, I can agree. Everybody just got to keep passing and moving.
Yeah, and really, again, as we mentioned, 3 points has really been your guys' really strong suit this season. When did you guys kind of figure out that 3 points was going to kind of be your hot point, if you will? Obviously, in college, it's, offensive scoring is really a big thing, and having that 3-point ability is definitely a huge thing as well, I have to admit. I have to thank for you guys.
Early on in the season, that's just been our MO, shoot threes, run and gun.
Yeah. And obviously, again, getting into the conference play, you guys got a big stretch coming up, mentally, physically, how do you guys prepare yourselves heading into here? You obviously want to finish out the conference, non-conference slate strong, but you do have some, conference play mixed in here. So how do you guys get yourself mentally prepared and physically prepared as well for those kind of games, coming up against some really tough competition?
We just got to come out and fight hard and play as a team and compete on both ends, offense and defense.
Well, Jaquez, Nairobi, congratulations on the win tonight. Players of the games for this evening, and good luck the rest of the season. We'll be back here broadcasting next week, so good luck for on Thursday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Nairobi Peeler and Jaquez Kemp joining us here to finish out the broadcast. Thanks so much to them, and congrats on the victory for them as well. And the Bobcats will be back here on Thursday. They got Florida College JV coming into town here on Thursday. Then they will be back at home as well on Saturday and Monday. So a little bit of a nice little home stretch here for this team going forward as we wrap up here the remainder of the season. Thank you so much to everybody here who jumped on with us here for the broadcast. Thanks so much to Bob Bade, my broadcast partner, and Josh Smith for joining us here in the booth. Also thanks to Dr. Beard, who joined in and took a little bit of time out of his schedule to talk with us here as well. Always a pleasure to have him and everybody here with us along as well. We will see you guys on Thursday night for Florida College JV right at the same time, 7 o'clock tip for that game. So as for myself, as for Pasco-Hernando State College, we are signing off here from Newport Richey. Again, your final score here tonight was 93-75. Bobcats win here against the Tigers of Trinity College. The Battle of Newport Richey, Game 1 goes to the Bobcats. Thanks, everyone, and have a good rest of your night.